I believe that recreational arguing is a safe, low stakes way for us to kind of get that dopamine hit, to practice our ability to like make an argument, to debate, to defend ourselves, to engage in this disagreement with someone else without it being like a serious thing, or without it being like devastating to us.
Kind of like protective of our relationships because it isn't serious. Yeah. And we both parties know it's not serious. Should know
they should know it's not serious. When they don't, that becomes a problem.
That's a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, where people do the like, whoa, why are you getting like so upset about this?
Why are you raising your voice? Yeah. And you're like, why aren't you raising your voice?
Because I'm passionate. Yes.
Come on.
Why aren't you? Yeah.
They said that we'd grow out of it. Well, the joke's on them, that's just our brains. We're eccentric, loud, and stubborn. And most of our clothing is covered in stains. It's not a deficit of attention. There's just too much to think about. So if executive dysfunction becomes a little too much, if you forgot why you came in this room, or you're hypersensitive to touch, then put on your seamless socks and come join our little flock. Bitches stimming together, we're weirds of a feather. Weirds of a feather. Ah!
Caw-caw! Bom, bom, bom.
Bum, bum, bum.
Donna, Donna, Donna. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, dun, dun. Have you ever seen that movie?
What? Phantom of the Opera?
No, that's not Phantom of the Opera. No, it's like a
Fantasia.
super. It's not Fantasia. It's like a super famous movie. What's with the
Then
monolith?
say it.
It's
What is it?
I
Am Legend.
No.
No.
God.
Oh my God.
I can't believe I can't remember it.
Can't be that famous. Boogie Nights.
It's a 2001 Space Odyssey.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Took too long.
Oh my God. It wasn't even worth it.
No, I don't know her. It wasn't worth it.
No.
No.
I really regret everything that just happened.
I regret everything. In general.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right. We're
okay.
ready.
Yeah.
Ready to get
I
going?
am ready. Yeah. I've been ready. No,
That's
I
your
haven't.
Nido?
Yeah. It's you have Nido. I have
That's Nido brand, isn't
is
it?
it?
Isn't that the brand? Or is Nido the
this
just
is
the thick guy? I thought that was the brand.
This is not the different brand.
I gotta get you a thick one.
I don't want the thick one. I like this.
Thick is where it's at. That one makes noise and this doesn't.
Yeah. I like the noise.
I don't.
I know.
For podcast sakes.
Doesn't everybody like this?
It sounds vulgar.
It does sound a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
now
we're gonna get
I
censored.
hear.
Do you hear it now?
Now I hear it. Yeah. Okay.
You know what it sounds like?
I will be gentle.
Well,
I do
keep it to
know
a
what it
minimum.
sounds like. Yeah.
All
So
right, I'm gonna get you a thick one.
It's a family-friendly show.
Yeah,
so.
please. Please. It's completely appropriate other than that.
Other than that, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So anyways, should we start? Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah.
To Weirds of a Feather,
Yes.
an AuDHD-Adjacent podcast.
Mhm.
I'm your host, Kristen Stanhope.
I'm your host, Grace Bray.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Filming
Here
once
we are.
again.
Welcome back to us.
Now you get to see us in action with our fidgets.
Yeah, you get to see just how much we fidget all around.
Yeah.
And boy, is it a lot.
Boy, yeah. Watching yourself back.
Tough watch.
Tough watch.
Tough
Yeah.
watch.
I was like,
wow, I'm
is this,
really
like,
fidgeting every second. I'm readjusting
there's
myself.
no eye contact between the two of us. Not once.
And that's the way I
Yeah.
prefer it, you know?
Yeah. So
We'll
yeah.
stare off in different directions.
Right.
while
Even
we
when
speak
I'm
to
like,
each other.
I remember in that episode, I was like, I am making real good eye contact.
Crushing it.
And then I look back and I was like, wow, I am very off. And that was me trying.
Oh,
you know?
that was, I didn't
that was me
realize that.
trying. What is it to not try? We don't know.
I know very well what you look like without trying.
Yeah.
And it's zero eye contact, just staring
off into space.
Which is fine.
Yeah. That's how we roll.
This is an AuDHD podcast. Yeah. What
no
better example of AuDHD?
Required.
We just made some right there.
Yeah, we did. It was weird.
I feel uncomfortable when we talk about it, especially when we address it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I hate it.
Don't look at me. Don't look at my eyes.
Okay.
Nobody look at me.
Stop looking.
Stop looking. All right. We, in honor of our first video episode that we're having a bit of a moment on TikTok. Our clip's going a bit viral.
A little bit. What counts as viral?
I don't know. I'm counting it.
Okay.
I say
sure.
We're almost at 500,000 views.
Dang.
You know? I would say that should count as I'm calling it mini viral.
Mini viral.
You know, because obviously it's not the most viral, but I don't want like millions and millions of views. That's too many.
The common cold of viral.
Yeah. As opposed to
COVID.
Like COVID. Yeah. Yeah. This is just like a little blip, but we were talking about Scattergories and recreational arguing, and we wanted to kind of keep that convo going because a lot of people had really good input and questions and comments and their own Scattergories, categories that they just cannot agree with within their family or their friend group. So we're going to cover all of that today.
I like this.
And then at the end,
we're going to get down to business.
Yeah.
We're going to fight the hard battles and we're going to answer the tough questions.
Yes. We are going to come back with objective answers for these people.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk about like what recreational arguing is, why as ADHDers or AuDHDers, we are drawn to it. It's something we enjoy for some reason. Some people seem confused about it and some people seem to think it's rude. They're wrong, but
it's for fun.
Yeah, it's for funsies. It's just fun. They don't get it. So I thought we could do a whole episode talking about it. But for a warm-up question, this is someone who commented on the TikTok. It's not really a Scattergories question, but I thought it would be a good discussion. All right. So this is from Olive on TikTok.
Okay.
I know that they are neither of these things, but is a Rice Krispie treat closer to a soup or a salad? Like, obviously they're neither. But apparently, she and her friends have been discussing this for a while.
So, here's my question.
Okay.
Why are we putting it into one of those two categories?
I'm not sure.
There should be a third category called Tasty Treat.
No, that's the whole thing. Out of these two options.
It has to be one of those.
Yes.
Okay.
And her argument was that she believes it's more of a soup because at one point when you're making the Rice Krispies, it is a bit more of a soup type situation where you kind of have to like mix it all up and it's like liquidy with a marshmallow. But other people are saying, you know, there are some like Midwest salads where you put marshmallow on the salad. So it could fall more into that category. This is so hard for me because they're neither.
They're neither.
Yeah.
They're neither.
Yeah.
But if I had to do one, I would do salad.
I would too.
Because soups should be liquid or mostly liquid.
Yeah.
And liquid is something that, for me, melts at room temperature. And Rice Krispie treats are notoriously solid. Yes. Sure, in the making process, but same with like brownies.
Yeah, I was going to say, so are cakes. I wouldn't call that
brownies.
A soup.
It's not a soup. It's a cake.
Yeah, I would say for a soup, you have to eat it with a spoon. That to me feels like soup.
Is ice cream territory?
Soup? It can become a soup.
Because it melts at room temperature.
Yeah, and then it's a soup.
And you eat it with a spoon.
Yeah, it's like pre-soup. Right?
What does that mean?
Like when it's frozen, it's a tasty treat, but it has the potential to become soup.
Yeah.
Pre-soup. Like the stage before
That's
soup.
Fair.
Right?
Soup in storage.
Yeah. Soup in waiting. I'm gonna say salad as well.
I'd say salad.
Maybe if you're talking about eating it while it's still in the liquid form.
But no one does that. Because it's too hot.
It is too hot.
There's no way. You'd burn your mouth.
Yeah, that sounds uncomfortable.
Way.
Yeah, I'm going salad.
I'd go salad.
Yeah.
I'm team salad.
I am also team salad.
Fight me, Olive.
Yeah, bring it on, Olive.
I'll argue this all day.
Yeah, I will too.
It's neither. Is my first question.
That's the thing. I don't have a strong opinion on this for once because it's neither. And that's my strong opinion is that it's neither one.
It's not. Yeah, those are both not the correct categories.
Yeah.
You need a third category.
Yeah.
But if had to.
Yeah.
Salad.
And I could see you even maybe breaking up the Rice Krispie treat and sprinkling it atop a salad as like a salad topping.
Like a vegetable salad?
I guess.
I'd-
People put, I guess, marshmallows in their salads.
Marshmallows don't belong in salads.
Well, you're not from the Midwest, so what would you know
Apparently,
about
I wouldn't
marshmallows
know
going on
anything.
salads?
Yeah, so if you're from the Midwest and you regularly eat marshmallows with your salads,
Or salads with your marshmallows.
yeah, reach out to us at Weirds of the Feather. What do you think? Is a Rice Krispie treat a salad or soup?
Yeah. We know it's neither.
We know it's neither.
If you had to choose, what would you choose?
Yeah, if it had to be one,
Which one?
which one?
Salad.
Salad. I'm glad we agree on that because I was going
I
to
am
really
too.
judge you if you said soup.
I was going to judge you if you said soup.
I was like, there's no way that. It's neither. But
and that's ultimately what we keep coming back to, is that it's neither.
Not anything.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well, that was a good quick warm up. I wanted to pick one that I figured it would be a short discussion.
Yes.
I have much longer ones that are going to be more of a debate at the end of this episode.
Sometimes our warm-up questions take half the episode.
I know.
I've noticed.
And I had a different one. I'll tell you what it is when we get there. But I had a different one. I was like, no, because we're going to be debating this for so long. It's just going to take up the whole episode.
I'm excited.
So we'll put it at the end. And if we need to, we could cut it for bonus content where we're just kind of debating different people's category
I feel
questions.
like we haven't had a solid argument in a while. We're overdue.
Yeah, we could use a good one. And
we keep agreeing on things, and I think we shouldn't.
I agree. Oh, damn it. Damn it. I mean, no, never mind. I think we'll get into some good disagreements or debates during this episode. But first, let's do some little accomplishments.
Yeah.
Or get into the meat.
Get that meat.
All right, ready?
Okay.
Little accomplishments, but big in our hearts. Kristen,
Yeah.
what did you accomplish?
I responded to an email before the deadline.
Hell yeah, you did.
I responded 100% before the deadline. Did I press send? I'm not exactly sure. I'm like 50% positive I pressed send.
That's not high enough.
But I should probably check.
There's probably a way to check.
The deadline's today.
Oh, I would check on that.
It's a low stakes thing, but I was proud of myself for actually responding because it was like I had to look stuff up and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I would have put that off
I had
forever.
to write a bio about myself, and I was like, ugh,
Sucks.
ugh.
Yeah, I hate that type of task.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of you. Good job
Yeah,
getting it in.
thank you. Hopefully, I sent it.
Did you do it right when you got the email, or did you
No,
still put it off?
I still put it off until yesterday, and it was due today.
That's early in my book.
Yeah, I know. I'm counting it.
I'm counting it too.
Counted. Hopefully, I pressed sent.
Here's hoping.
Yeah, I'm
no
like,
way to know.
Pretty sure I did, but it was the end of the day. It was the last thing I did before I left work.
Mm,
And so now I'm just like rethinking in my head, did I send?
I bet you sent it. It sounds like something you would do.
It sounds like something I would do.
Yeah.
But also not clicking send also sounds like something
you
I
would
would do. So
yeah.
we'll see.
50-50.
We'll see on Monday.
Yeah. Definitely
Yeah.
don't check before then. Don't check your outbox.
No.
No.
So that's a Monday issue. I'll check it then.
Monday Kristen will deal with it. Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Curious.
Yeah.
What did you accomplish?
I am on TikTok. I mean, we are on
Woo!
TikTok.
We are on TikTok, but you more than me. You've been crushing it.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of myself.
You responding to things.
And this is the thing with ADHD is like, it's easy to beat yourself up and be like, I really need to do this thing. I really need to do this thing. But really, unfortunately, it's just kind of like one day it just happens. And I know that's not a good strategy and we shouldn't be waiting for that day. But that's how it works for me. I've been, for the last however many years we've been doing this podcast, we've been saying, we need to get on TikTok. We need to be making TikToks.
Basically from day one, I think.
Yeah. Because
the day we made the TikTok, we were like, we should be on TikTok.
You mean the podcast?
Yes.
Yes.
What did I say?
The day we made a TikTok, we said we need to be on TikTok.
I mean, that also makes sense. But
yeah,
the
I
other
guess
thing
so.
does make more sense.
Yeah, it kind of became like podcast became a video thing like right when we started the podcast on Forge.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, oh, great. We don't have to be in front of the camera.
Right.
We can just do audio.
We
and then
can
it
just
was
be
like,
ourselves,
surprise,
and then
everyone's doing camera.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. So we've been kind of hard on ourselves for the last few years about how we need to make video and we
Gotta
need
make a
to get
video.
on
Gotta make
TikTok.
Which we
And-
like doing. Like, I like responding to listeners.
Exactly.
I just hate looking at myself.
I do too. And so that's why I've been like putting it off and putting it off. But then, we did our first video podcast. It was fine editing. I didn't completely hate it.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Proud
Put a
of
clip
you.
on TikTok. People are responding well to it. And then I've been making my own video responses to people. And I don't know, something just one day, just something overtook me. And I just stopped caring, I guess. I was like, who cares? I can do this. And then I just started doing it. So I don't really have a magic trick or a secret or something. Well, I guess I was making a video for my friend Tori, like telling her a story. And that felt fine. And I felt like pretty comfortable doing it. And I was like, oh, I guess I could just like do this for TikTok.
I love it.
And so I did it. And I was like, oh, that was fine. And then I did another. And now I'm kind of on a roll.
You're cruising.
Yeah. Will I keep doing them? Here's hoping. I hope so. That would be nice.
So too. That would be nice.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel fine doing it. I'm not like keeping myself up at night, stressing about it. And I'm hopeful that I'm going to keep going with it. But I feel like I've gotten over that initial hump of just like starting,
Yeah.
Starting is the hardest.
Yeah.
And now I've started.
And it's something like you enjoy too. It's hard to start. It's just so classic ADHD. It's like something you actually enjoy. It's just really hard to start.
Exactly. But now that I've done it, and this is the autism, now that I've done it, I can do it. Because I've done it.
You've done it. And you've done it well.
Thank you. And now I know that I can do it. So now it feels familiar. And now I can like keep coming back to it and doing it more, hopefully. I'm proud of myself.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
I like watching them. I go, that's my friend.
Oh, I don't like watching them, but
I know her.
I don't mind making them.
I should probably respond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like get in there.
Yeah, I should probably get in there.
Throw your hat in the ring.
Mhm. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You
We'll
don't
get
have
there.
to.
One.
I'll do
I
it.
plan to, but
You better, because otherwise I'm going to be the face of the company.
yeah, you already are. But that's fine.
Get your face in there too, and then we can both have faces.
We are faces.
We both have faces.
We both have faces.
Yep.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
I know that was a big
Proud of
thing
myself.
for you.
I know. Yeah. And it really was just like, you got to just wait for that one day where it just clicks for you. And I don't think that's the perfect answer, but that's what works for me. So that's what I'm doing,
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Little accomplishment.
Big in my heart.
Yeah.
Are you ready to get
Ready
into
for
this meat?
Meat.
Yeah.
I'm really liking this.
Pound your meat. Yeah.
Pound your meat.
See, it's so loud.
It is really loud.
Yeah.
Is yours that loud?
No.
Give it a big smack. Okay. Drink your
Let me
drink.
take a sip. No.
Yeah, mine's a little bit louder.
Yeah, it sounds like there's, I don't know, like flour or something in there.
Something's in there.
Something's in there. But
do you ever like get the urge to cut these open?
Mhm.
Like the Stretch Armstrongs? Did you ever cut those open?
no,
Mm.
if I were to do that, I would pick at it until it came apart.
Yeah. I
is
think
what I do.
my brother cut his open, but I think I just picked mine
Yeah,
to death.
I already picked the bee hole out of this one, but it's still.
You love picking bee holes.
I love
Cut it
picking
out.
bee holes.
Bee holes and ears.
I just love picking at stuff.
Mhm.
That's such a stim for me. Picking my cuticles, picking at my nails, picking at whatever. I got to get
Picking
into
at
like
bee holes.
picking at bee
Mhm.
holes. Remember in elementary school where you would get Elmer's glue on your hand and then it would dry and then you would like peel it off?
Yeah.
I got to get into doing
Or
that.
when you stuck your finger in like melted
Candle.
wax.
Yep.
And then peel it
I
off.
love doing that.
Oh, that was the best.
And it hurts a little bit,
It
which
hurts
is nice.
just enough.
Yeah.
Just enough to feel good.
Yeah.
Which,
We should just have some wax melting pots here and we can kind of just be
yeah.
dipping our fingers
And
in,
then you had,
peeling it
like-
off, the little clickies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you would have like
Oh,
little
my
fingertips.
mom would be like, would you cut that out?
Yeah.
You're ruining my candles.
Yep. Yeah. All our candles would have like
Yeah.
finger holes in them.
Get your
Yeah.
hands out of that candle.
No. How did no one catch this? All right. Are you ready to get into the meat?
I'm ready for this meat. I'm excited for this meat.
It is the meat.
is meat.
And the meat is ADHD and recreational arguing.
Woo, woo.
Like I said,
Woo, woo.
so we've talked about recreational arguing on the podcast before, just kind of casually mentioning it, how we like to do it, you've heard many examples of us doing it on the podcast
Yep.
about
Yep.
lots of different topics.
Lots of different things.
It's one of our favorite ways to interact.
Keep doing it.
Oh, yeah. We're not going to
stop.
No.
Can't stop, won't stop.
No. And not everyone understands it. Not everyone is receptive to it. And that's okay. We're not for everyone. This is not for everyone.
Have you ever woken up with like the itch to start an argument?
Yeah, that's why I go
and you're
online.
Like, you're
go
like,
on Reddit.
I've shown up to work before. I'm like, God, I just want to like fight someone, whether it's like real arguing or recreational. So I try to like pick to like get it out of my system. I try to like pick a topic that we can like recreational argue about. That way I don't get in fights with real people.
And see, that is exactly my theory that I'm going to get into in a bit about why we do it and how I think it is an outlet for that like dopamine seeking and that maybe some emotional dysregulation and just that desire to like engage in this back and forth with people. I think recreational arguing is like a healthy outlet for that desire.
I love it.
Right?
I love it.
And really just go in a comment section. Get in a fight with someone. It gives you a quick fix. It's the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it the healthiest hobby? Probably not, but is it something I do? Yes. Is it something I enjoy? Also, yes. Yeah. It really gives you that dopamine rush.
I don't go online to argue a lot. I like to read the I'm such like a little creep online. I just like read things and then I move on. But maybe I should get in there.
Yeah, I mean, throw your hat in the ring.
Yeah, see what happens.
You have just as much of a right to leave a comment as anyone else.
What's the worst that can happen?
Exactly. It's low stakes.
It's the internet.
Exactly. What could happen?
What could happen?
Low stakes. No one's really getting hurt. Obviously, it's not like harassing people. It's just like a justified argument. Any video about abortion, get in that comment section.
See,
any video about men,
Yeah.
misandry.
Yeah, but I feel like
harass
people
a
get
man.
cruel with that. How fun would that be?
It is fun. I'm telling you. I do it, and it is fun. Just do it.
I could do that.
It's really low stakes. These guys are
that.
not going to be like hunting you down in real life.
That's true. I could do that.
Just like kind of make fun of them a little bit.
I want like a fun topic, hence recreational arguing.
Yeah.
Something fun.
I mean, even get in the comment section of our own videos, where people are talking about recreational arguing. One person commented that, they don't like recreational arguing and they think it's rude. And someone else commented, yes, recreational argue about this.
I love the internet. Oh,
I know.
So fun.
Sometimes. It's both
fun.
The best and the absolute worst.
Yep.
All right. So what is recreational arguing? I consider it friendly, low-stakes arguing where the driving force is passion and learning rather than anger. What do you think about that definition?
What a definition.
Right?
Did you create?
I did.
I love that.
Because there's not really anything online about this. I thought it was like kind of an established term for ADHDers.
Yeah.
It's not. There's like, I found some articles about it, but it was just about our argumentativeness. It wasn't about recreational arguing. So this is kind of, obviously we didn't invent this term.
We're on the forefront of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The founding fathers of recreational arguing. No, I don't know where did we even learn this term, right? We heard it somewhere. We didn't come up with it. But we could take credit for it. What if we did come up with it?
Probably
Let's say we came up with it.
We
came up with it. We're paving the way.
We're paving the way for recreational argument awareness.
Yeah.
RAA.
Yes, we're bringing it into the public zeitgeist, making it well known. We get to make the definition because there isn't one yet. And I'm saying it's friendly, low stakes arguing where the driving force is passion and learning rather than anger.
I love this.
And I feel like that is
put it in the dictionary.
Right? I'm going to get it in there.
Merriam-Webster approved.
Yeah. Reach out, Merriam. And I feel like the anger piece is part of it that people who don't like this are missing, where, some people were like, well, why would you want to argue for fun? But it's because there isn't emotional stake in it, where you're not actually mad. No one's feelings are really getting hurt. It's really about the passion and it's about like learning and debating skills. Like if people are actually mad, It's no longer recreational. Now you're just arguing.
Now you're just arguing.
It's just
Which
real
sometimes
arguing. Sometimes it becomes that.
Yeah.
Depending on the person.
And the topic. I would say depending on the people. Yeah, depending on the situation. Sometimes recreational can be full-blown arguing.
Yeah.
It's a slippery slope.
And that's a risk you're taking with recreational arguing, but it's a risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah. The reward of recreational arguing, the amount of dopamine you get from a good Scattergories fight is like
nothing
unreal.
Like it. And I feel like Scattergories is the perfect place for recreational arguing because it's just subjective enough. It's like you're not fighting about facts because there is no like objective correct answer, and there's different ways to even interpret the category, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not just at face value, because I hate when people are like arguing about factual information or they don't know something, and so they're like arguing that you're wrong because they just don't know. Like someone said in the comments of that TikTok that they got in a fight with everyone about an ibis being a bird, which it is. It's a type of bird.
Yeah.
But just because the other people didn't know that it was a type of bird, they were saying, no, you don't get the point. It's like, just because you don't know this thing doesn't mean,
That's dumb.
I have no patience for that.
That's dumb.
I know.
That's not even a real argument. That's just someone being ignorant.
That's just someone not knowing a bird or a word, you know?
Yeah. Look it up.
Yes. And those are the times I will like legitimately get mad because, and I think that's maybe my autism of just like, I cannot stand for information to be wrong. And that is part of...
That's not an argument.
Yeah, it's just you not knowing a word.
Yeah.
And you being wrong.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, why wouldn't you just say, I've never heard of it, but I believe you, you know?
Let's look it up, because the internet is a real thing.
It was back, I guess it was back in the day before they had Google.
Oh, that's... So... You have a dictionary with you then.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I have no patience.
Resources.
I have no patience for that. And that's why Scattergories is usually great for this, because there isn't usually like, there are objectively wrong answers, but sometimes like the prompt itself can be interpreted differently, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Like spices found in a cabinet.
Yeah.
Someone said they would say no to ground cinnamon because cinnamon is the spice. But I guess it depends on how you would interpret category, because ground cinnamon is like an official name of a spice.
No.
So would you count that?
I would not.
I said I would, but then I realized...
Then you have like ground pepper, you have any ground cardamom, ground sage, all of the spices can be ground.
You're right.
That's how they are.
That is how they are, yeah. But are they all called ground whatever?
No, because you have two different forms of cinnamon. You have cinnamon sticks and you have ground cinnamon.
And that's why I can see an argument for
but
ground
the spice
cinnamon.
Is cinnamon.
I know. And I conceded the point and I said, you're right, because it's just about the spice, not
There's
like
also
not like seasoning.
So many options for G.
Yeah.
Garlic salt, gram masala. Like, come on.
You're on it.
Let's... Ground cinnamon, we're reaching here, okay?
And I said well, adjectives are tough. See, we're already getting into it. Adjectives are tough because sometimes people try to just use an arbitrary adjective. Like in that Scattergories game we played the other month, someone it was probably Merritt, tried to say like tall men was something found at the beach. Yeah. It's like, no, you can't just throw tall on there.
Right. That's how I would see ground as. Ground, you can put ground in front of any spice.
But I see it as like the official name of it is ground cinnamon, as opposed to like tall men. That's like an arbitrary adjective you're adding.
That's true.
As opposed to like, what about like midnight blue for a color name? Or
that's a specific blue.
Exactly.
Right.
Or like forest green. Right?
That's different. Yeah.
But then like light blue, I don't think I would accept that.
There's so many... Light blue could
you
be
do
so
light
many things.
anything, right?
Yeah. Well, I think it depends on
light blue is an official color,
prompt.
But if it's like light yellow, I would say no.
I think light blue is very different than sky blue. So I think I would accept it.
Yeah.
Because it is like in like the Crayola coloring pencils.
And that's kind of my argument, where like light blue is an official color name, but like light yellow is not an official color name. Right. So I wouldn't take
someone
that,
said
like
light yellow.
orange.
Yeah, no, that's not an official color.
Yes.
Light blue is a very specific color.
And some people say hard no to adjectives in general, but I think adjectives just pave the way for more recreational arguing, because then we get into those discussions, you know?
You know what also has some recreational arguing is Hues and Clues, that color game.
Yep. Oh yeah, you guys finally played it.
I finally played it.
And Christopher beat everyone, even though he's colorblind.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. It was
That's
a sad day
for all of you.
For the Stanhope clan.
Disappointed
for sure.
in all of you.
I'm really disappointed in myself. I thought I had a great
What's wrong with you guys?
Well, so the other thing is we were playing with really dim lighting.
Oh.
It's definitely a daylight game.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm like trying to like see it in different lighting. Christopher kept going to a different lamp. And
but it's hard if everyone's seeing it differently, though.
Right.
You need to all be seeing it the same way.
So I think that I would like to play it again with Christopher.
I would also like to play with Christopher because now I'm angry that you guys
I want to redeem myself because I had a really great clue, but then I re-looked at the card and I was like, oh, because I put it in different light, and then I was like, oh, this is a different color.
Yep. The lighting really changes, and even just what colors it's next to on the board as opposed to separately on the card.
Yes.
The colors it's surrounded by totally change it.
Yeah. Yes. I want to play again. I need to redeem myself. I did pretty well, but I was also playing against my nephews who didn't know who Squidward was. I'm
what?
Like,
what is your brother doing with their cultural exposure?
They're like, oh, we don't really watch that much SpongeBob. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You guys, get it together.
You also realize just how obviously fallible the memory is, but also like just how much people misremember what color, like Barney.
Yeah.
What color is Barney? Because there's also like toys Barney as opposed to like the show Barney. Yeah, like stuffed animal Barney.
And then early Barney is a different color than later Barney.
Yes, Barney used to be dark purple.
Dark purple, but now it's more of like a magenta purple. Yes. And I would picture him as magenta purple.
Now I would, because I've played this game. Did Barney, everyone disagreed on what color Barney was. We looked it up. I'm like, oh, I was way off with that.
Right? That's what I did with Squidward. I thought he was more of like almost like a gray teal.
Yeah.
Turns out he's like way more teal. Gray.
Oh, I picture him like gray. Yeah.
Yeah. Way more gray than I was expecting.
Yeah. So even though Christopher is colorblind, first of all, like he said, it's, his perception of the color is consistent.
Yes.
And also he does have a photographic or a very good visual memory.
Yes.
So he can pull up the image, whereas we can't. So we're just going based on like what we remember seeing.
We're going straight on vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like
we're at a
that makes it harder in some ways. Yeah.
I think we got to play him.
Yeah.
I think we got to crew together.
Yes.
We got to play this in the daylight.
Yes. Everyone has their glasses on.
Porch would be perfect.
Ooh, yeah. Perfect lighting. All right.
Perfect lighting.
Billy has it.
Down. I have it too. I bought it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I bought it. I was like, we're playing this.
Isn't it fun?
It's very fun.
I did not think it'd be that much fun.
It's very fun. Yeah. And I did do a little bit of to my nephew. So I looked at Christopher. He's like,
tone it down. They're children. Yeah, that's the thing playing with kids. And that's the thing about recreational arguing. Don't do it with coworkers or people who you don't want to see the side of you, or people who don't understand it.
Played it with my nephews and my niece, all of which ADHD. Who's in the other room? My parents watching. I have no idea. Some sort of Dateline murder show.
Why?
First of all, I know they're retired. They're getting up there, but turn it down a couple notches. I can't be screaming over it. We're trying to have a family-friendly game.
Why aren't they in there playing too?
Yeah, they didn't want to play.
Guys.
They're tired. They wanted to watch TV. I'm like, good. Put on the news. Put on a sports game. Put on some family-friendly show. Not a girl getting. My niece goes in there and she's 8 and she's like, someone's getting beat up, and I was like, so they pick a card. They say their first clue. They run in the other room to watch TV because they're just they're of the generation where they're zoomed in.
Oh yeah.
And then they don't have a second clue ready, and they're like,
oh my God. No.
And we're all tired because it's been a long day, and I'm like, get it together. I'm like, get a clue ready.
That would make me so mad.
You can't put down your first clue until you have 2 clues ready. And they're like,
that's a good rule. No.
And they're just wandering into the other room. And then we struggled. So,
I cannot play games like that with children.
Yeah,
I have no patience for it.
If it would have been fine if there wasn't a TV on full blast of some guy getting like beat up by the cops.
Isn't it funny how you end up parenting your parents at a certain age? Like, that's not appropriate.
No.
Turn it off.
I'm like, can we watch something else? And they're like, okay.
Cool.
Great.
We'll keep shouting over your murder show.
It's on full volume.
Yeah.
And then we walk in there and they're not even watching it. They're both on their phones.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what are we, 15?
God, the boomers go on their phones more than anyone.
Get it together.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Christopher and I were like, oh my God.
I would march off to bed. That would be, I would have a meltdown.
I think everybody was so close to a meltdown. And then finally Christopher won. And I was like, thank God.
End this. Somebody end it.
Thank God he won. And he not only won, but he beat us by like quite a bit. And so
that is embarrassing for all of you.
It is.
Let's do a rematch because now I really want to play against him.
I need to play not against children so I can actually like fully like release the argument, you know?
I know it's really hard to rein it in around kids.
And especially when they're not paying attention and they're really funny. They do get they take after their aunt. They get stuck on little minute rules. And so my niece and my oldest nephew were arguing about this like small little rule. In the end, it doesn't matter. You know how it feels. It doesn't matter. And my brother's like, guys, it doesn't matter. And I was like, wow. It's like staring at you in the face, you know?
That's you.
I'm like, oh God, I can see how this is like super annoying.
Yeah, where you're stuck on the one little thing that's like, that's not even what we're discussing.
It doesn't really count this way because of this like minute little thing. And I'm like, ooh, we're just trying to survive here. We're all tired.
That's a tough night.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a rough night.
Let's do a rematch.
I want a rematch. Yep. I want to play with adults.
Yep.
I want to swear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the perfect game for recreational arguing.
I did swear. I think I said shit.
It's hard to control. And my brother's like,
come on.
Well, make your kids less aggravated.
Yes.
You know? All right.
Anyway.
Let's get back on track. No, you're good.
We are off track.
What do you expect? All right. So the goal with recreational arguing is not about being personally right, although that is always fun and it's a very good benefit.
Mm-hmm. It's the best benefit.
The goal is to debate, to work on your own argument of can you defend your own point. Mm-hmm. And if you're autistic, the goal is also for the information to be accurate.
Yes.
Like for me, I will go so hard for someone else's answer. Like Gracie was being so mean to her boyfriend Merritt.
She was being
about his answers, and I was jumping in to defend him. Like I can see why he would put that answer, and I agree with it.
Some of his answers were dumb.
Oh, some were dumb. Like he tried to say nighttime black for a color. It's like, okay, you're thinking of midnight blue.
Yep.
Nighttime black is
not a color.
No. Yeah, some of them were definitely like, no, you're out. But some of them, she was being real harsh to him. So I also think that's another important aspect of recreational arguing.
It has to be fair.
It has to be fair. And you can't just be going hard for your own stuff. I feel like the spirit of recreational arguing is arguing for someone to make a good point and acknowledging they've made a good point, making sure the information is accurate and people are accepting the accurate information, mm-hmm. and being willing to concede your point.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You have to be willing to say, okay, everyone voted on it. I guess that's a no.
Wrong.
I'm wrong.
And you can still be bitter about it, but you must concede.
Christopher will never let go of bouncing baby boy.
Yeah,
we were wrong with that one.
We probably were wrong.
We were wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said in my TikTok, he always tries to sneak in a bunch of alliteration.
He's really good at alliteration.
He loves alliteration.
And
he'll do bullshit ones all the time. And so I think
that was 3 Bs.
Yes.
We were already losing to him.
I think at that point, he had already tried to sneak in a few bullshit ones.
Yeah.
And when he came along with Bouncing Baby Boy, we were like, no,
you don't get this
with
one.
The alliteration. But ultimately, he was right. You were right, Christopher. I will say that. He is just a
term of
endearment, Bouncing Baby Boy. Someone said that they now have to call their husband Kitty Pie because she said that as a term of endearment, and now she has to call her husband Kitty Pie. So it's not just us. But yes, normally, like you have to be willing to concede your point. If the group votes on it, sometimes it feels unjust, but that's how the game is played. It's a jury of your peers.
That's
so
fair.
And it's a way to practice democracy. So isn't that nice?
That is nice.
And it's good to work on your debate skills.
Good.
Someone said in the comments, Julie Roberts said, I think people don't understand that not only is this enjoyable, but that if I don't get the point, I'm not going to flip the table and start screaming. And that's the crux of it, You got
to play with the right people, because if you do have a person like that, then that's no fun.
Yeah, it's no fun because you can't actually get mad about it. It's ultimately very silly. Like I said, low stakes. You're not super emotionally invested in the outcome.
I think the perfect TikTok of recreational arguing is that guy who was talking about
her sister was a witch. Yes.
You're going to tell me I'm wrong?
Yes.
That is like the perfect.
She came down in a bubble.
Yes. I don't even know what he was arguing, but he
was talking about Wicked.
Yeah. And it's the perfect passion.
Yes.
It's there.
Yes.
Low stakes for sure.
Yes.
Fun.
Yeah, because his tone is fun. You can tell he's not actually mad. He's passionate about this like silly subject.
And everybody's laughing,
yes.
right? Hopefully.
Yes, everyone's laughing. Yeah. Everyone's having fun.
It's
no one's actually
thing.
upset. No one's feelings are getting hurt.
Right.
Yeah, it's a silly...
You're not being cruel.
Yes. Yeah, you're not making fun of anyone. The focus is on like the subject at hand. The focus is on the argument. You're not... It's not personal attacks. There was another one kind of like that where it was about someone drinking milk and people were like getting really, stop drinking milk.
Yeah. And he just takes it and drinks it.
Yeah. It's kind of fun to be like a little antagonistic sometimes with your friends,
really fun. Yeah.
In a safe environment.
Friends are for.
That's what friends are for, to antagonize.
Yes, exactly.
And like, where else do you get to do that,
In Scattergories.
In Scattergories.
Yeah, that's why we have these games.
Yes. Yeah, it's really about the right group of friends.
Right.
And I will say that we are very lucky in that we grew up with this great big group of friends where we all kind of engage in this to different extents.
Probably because I think it probably started with like a few of us, and then the others were like, we got to catch up.
Yeah, I mean, you got to defend yourself or you're going to be walked all over.
Yeah.
So.
And we did have people who were walked all over.
Do we? Oh, yeah. Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all about having the right group and having people that aren't going to take it personally and people that are going to do it back. Like, it's so upsetting when you argue your point and then no one else is arguing for their points.
Right.
It's like, oh, I thought this was kind of like what we were all doing.
Yes. I will never forget the day I played with people who don't recreational argue, and I was like, it like made me hate the game. I'm like, this is the worst.
Yeah.
Where's the banter? Where's the...
Have some conviction.
Yeah, don't pat me on the back and tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, tell me I'm wrong. Defend your own points.
Right.
Let me hear your argument. And that's the thing. I feel like the arguing piece is really passionate, but then we all come together and do a vote, and then the emotion like dies back down. It's
and
like
then you got to move on.
Yeah,
right? Because there's a lot of stuff.
So many more to debate.
Yeah.
And I will often try to like sneak in some cheeky ones, and it's kind of fun to pick an answer where you're like, I don't think this is getting past everyone, but what good language and debate practice is it to like try to defend this point that even maybe you don't fully believe in, but you're like, I could make an argument for this.
Yep.
It's a good way to practice your debate skills. It's a good way to practice like other people telling you you're wrong or hearing other people's arguments for why no, it's not going to fly, and being able to concede your point. I think those are all good skills to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I completely agree.
I have some other good input from the comments that have helped me kind of define exactly what this is. Someone else, Mel Ann, said, recreational arguing is so fun. I'm convinced it makes you smarter. Normalize competitive thinking.
Ooh, I
really like that term. Because that's what it is, competitive thinking.
Yeah,
it really is like debating, but just with more passion.
Yes.
But yeah, you get
to
like
way, way lower stakes.
Yes. Way lower stakes. Nobody's actually emotionally attached to it. It's not like talking politics where it's like, all right, these are like real world consequences to people's lives.
Right.
It's you can only get so upset at someone saying, no, you can't count ground cinnamon for a spice, It's like, you're not going to actually be mad about that.
Spices.
Yes.
It's not.
And it's like
geopolitics.
Exactly. It's like language-based arguments. It's not even personal. But you also get to like, you hear other people's points of view and you get to consider other people's points of like, oh yeah, I guess I can see where you're coming from or how you could make that argument. So it gets you to like be able to work on your perspective taking. You get to look stuff up and learn new things. And that's always fun. Isn't learning fun?
Learning is fun.
Learning is fun. Dummy Dum Dum LLC said,
I like that.
They asked, isn't that a debate? And I said, no, debate implies a certain level of decorum.
That's fair.
Right?
That's a fair argument. Yeah.
Like it's debate plus other stuff.
Right. Debate, you have to have like an opening argument and all this.
Yeah.
With ground cinnamon, you're just yelling.
Yeah. It's kind of just willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not real yelling, although the volume can mimic real yelling. It's shouting with passion. Right? An
escalation of volume.
Yes.
Due to passionate conversation.
Perfectly worded.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, debate implies a certain level of decorum. And they said, oh, so we're like arguing, but for the sake of knowledge instead of anger.
Yes.
So I said that is the perfect way to put it. And that's kind of what helped me come up with my definition.
Yes.
I said it's done out of passion for the topic rather than anger or any real emotional attachment to the outcome.
Yes.
Perfect way to put that.
I completely agree.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, then Ross said, recreational arguing is basically a slight crash out during the debate, but afterwards it's both sides acknowledging that they just wanted a little opposition to assert their belief, with both accepting that they could be wrong, but why would I admit it if you can't prove why I'm wrong? Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you can prove. The ibis.
Yeah.
You can look up
just
what an
look
ibis
it up.
is. Look it up.
No need to argue about facts.
Yes.
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 But with the more subjective ones, yeah, it's like, okay, maybe you are saying no to this answer, but tell me why. Otherwise, I'm taking the point, right? You need to, and then you need to have an argument to defend your own points of view and to be able to refute someone else's point of view.
Exactly.
So,
and the other thing is like, I feel like with debate or with like critical scientific analysis, it's hard to like I feel like all the people with like the conspiracy theories, they like say these things, and people of like academia are like, that's not a real thing because you can't prove that you're right.
Yes.
I don't need, in Scattergories, recreational arguing, I don't need to prove that I'm right. I just need you to not prove that I'm wrong.
Yes, the burden of proof is on other people.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to...
Yes. Yeah, right. And that's the difference between this and debate. With debate, the burden of proof is on you to prove why your side is correct. With this, I wrote it down. I'm saying, yes, this is... I should be able to get this point. You got to tell me why, no, I can't get this point. Otherwise, I'm taking the point. Chillax Bro said, I hold the belief that recreational arguing is a sign of a good relationship, which I agree with.
Yes.
Usually, if you're arguing over random stuff, it means that you're not arguing over big, meaningful things because you already agree on them. Mm-hmm. Also, it means that you both understand the relationship is strong enough that it's fine to disagree on things, which I agree with. You know,
I think
it is
lovely.
A good sign of a healthy friendship, relationship, to be able to argue over these things and know that, no, it's not personal attacks. No one's taking it personally. We can bicker during this game and it has no reflection on like how I feel about you in real life,
right,
you know?
Right. It's just a game.
If anything, I feel like it strengthens your relationship to have this debate over a topic, you know, that isn't personal to either one of you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Special Space Boy said, I feel so silly reading people's usernames. They said, I also feel like there are so many problems in the world that fighting with the people around us over serious shit is emotionally exhausting and ruins relationships. So having the ability to argue over dumb shit is cathartic as hell.
Yes.
Which I also agree with.
I totally agree with.
Yeah. Because there is so much stuff that you could be arguing about and debating people over. And like, how nice is it to have this safe relationship where you do agree on all the big stuff? You're not disagreeing over human rights or anything like that.
Right.
You're disagreeing over like ground cinnamon, you know? Someone else, Sarah Solid, said, maybe it's Solid. She said, my husband and I phoned friends during Scattergories because we fight so hard on every single thing.
That's
I will
really
call
funny.
someone to tell my husband I'm of course correct. Yes.
I'm calling you.
And that is like next level, like phoning a friend.
Yeah.
I love that. That's
you have
like
to outsource.
dedication.
Yeah.
where you're like, no, bring in an outside source. Yeah.
They're going to agree.
Yeah. All right. So why do ADHDers and AuDHDers do this? So like I said, there's not really anything specifically about recreational arguing, but I did find a few articles about like why ADHDers have this desire to bicker with people. This might hurt our feelings, but it is correct. The article is called Craving Drama and Starting Arguments When You Have ADHD.
I love it.
And it said, many people with ADHD crave drama and arguments because their brains crave stimulation. Yes, we're looking for dopamine.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Right? And so when the ADHD brain is understimulated, which it often is, it looks for ways to increase its activity. So like being angry, argumentative, or antagonistic has an immediate stimulating effect on the brain. Yes, it does. It's a quick rush to the amygdala. Negative stimulation delivers much more quickly and intensely than positive.
That makes sense.
So yeah, it's rooted in like, our impulsivity, our emotional dysregulation, that dopamine seeking. Some of it can be like our rejection sensitivity, where we are like a lot quicker to get in an argument, and then just like communication challenges for ADHD and autism as well, where you might just be. And part of it, I think, especially with the autism, is that because we are even like interpreting the sentences people are saying differently than maybe how people are meaning them, and vice versa. So I can definitely see like how AuDHD especially does lead to us getting in more arguments.
What?
Right? And with autism, we throw that into the mix. We do have like very rigid thinking. We can struggle to see other people's perspectives. A lot of us have this need to be understood and for information to be correct. So like I have this overwhelming need for people to like understand where I'm coming from and understand what I'm saying. And so I will like over-explain myself, and it can lead to like arguments sometimes where I'm like, I feel like you're not getting what I'm saying, and it becomes just this loop. So I do think we have this desire for a few different reasons to start arguments, but I believe that recreational arguing is a safe, low-stakes way for us to kind of get that dopamine hit, to practice our ability to like make an argument, to debate, to defend ourselves, to engage in this disagreement with someone else without it being like a serious thing, or without it being like devastating to us.
Kind of like protective of our relationships because it isn't serious.
Yeah.
And we both parties know it's not serious. Should know
they should know it's not serious. When they don't, that becomes a problem.
That's a little bit of a problem.
Yeah. Where people do the like, whoa, why are you getting like so upset about this?
Why are you raising your voice? Yeah. And you're like, why aren't you raising your voice?
Because I'm passionate. Yes.
Come on.
Why aren't you? Yeah. Yeah. So I think that for all of those reasons.
You think that's why people start bar fights? Because they're understimulated?
Probably.
With anger issues?
I think it's probably that. I think it's anger issues and probably understimulation. I'm sure it's like a lot of ADHDers are doing that type of behavior.
Have you started a bar fight? Reach out to us at Weirds of Feather.
Yeah. Yeah. Let us know. Like,
why'd you start a bar fight?
I want to know.
Was it funny? Was it devastating?
Yeah. I want to know real times where people have either started fights, like legit fights like that, where it's like, oh, I was clearly just like understimulated and like looking for a fight and I shouldn't have done that. Or you tried to recreational argue, it turned into like a real fight.
Yeah.
Where someone took it too seriously.
Recreational arguing gone wrong.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah.
Reach out to us at Weirds of Feather. Let us know.
Yeah. Like that time I was trying to get that guy to buy me tacos.
He was so mad at you.
He's like, I'm not buying you tacos. I was like,
I'm not buying you tacos.
This guy's going to buy me tacos and then we'll be good. We can go home. He's like, I'm not buying you tacos.
You like waited in line with him too.
Yeah. I'm like, no. He's going to get me tacos. And he was not. I was just kind of doing a bit for myself. I knew he wasn't going to buy me tacos.
I knew it was a bit. And I think I even said, someone was like, what are we waiting for? I was like, oh, he's going to buy her tacos. He's like, I'm not doing it. He was not doing that.
He was getting really mad, which I think
we
is
just
really
have to
funny.
wait for him to,
Yeah. So that's, I guess, me being antagonistic. Yeah. And it could, like, those situations very well could turn bad.
Yeah.
Where people don't think it's funny.
He did not think it was funny. He was very upset. I think
but also just like, don't
away.
buy me a taco. Yeah. Oh, and then I think Brina was walking by and she's like, oh, what are you guys doing? I'm like, oh, this fucking guy's buying me tacos. Which is objectively funny.
It's like 1 a.m.
Yeah. wasted.
Saturday night.
Yeah. That was the night after the party where we brought the chair
Oh my God,
to
the
Mason's
chair
house
party?
for the party.
So,
yeah.
That was a wild night.
That was
we
a
were
weird
doing
night.
bits.
We were doing lots of bits.
We were doing lots of bits.
I love a bit.
We found a random chair on the side of the road.
We told that as a pizza secret. Yeah.
Yes. We found a random chair on the side of the road. We bring it to a house party that wasn't actually a house party, right? Because the guy wasn't even there.
Yeah. It was just his apartment. He wasn't there, but his roommate was, who was not happy.
Who had work in the morning.
Yeah.
But so then we
were already there.
We left your sister there.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lily.
Yeah. Sorry, Lil.
And then we go out to the bars. Didn't we argue with someone at the bar? We were just arguing. And then, yeah, at the end of the night, we're all waiting for cabs. And you're just standing in line with this random guy that you have decided is going to buy you a taco. And he was like so upset. He even like came up to me and he was like, I just want you to know I'm not really going to buy her taco. And I'm like, okay, man.
Whatever you say.
Yeah,
I think your mind's going to change when we get up there. And I look really hungry. You're going to want to buy me a taco. I knew he wasn't going to buy me a taco, and that's what's so funny.
I don't even know what came out of that.
Nothing.
Did he walk away? Did he even buy himself
a taco? He did buy tacos, didn't buy me any.
Jerk,
asshole. Could have at least bought me a taco, man. Come on. For the bit. Come on, it was funny.
Do it for the bit.
Do it for the bit.
It wasn't even...
People don't get it.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny.
It's really funny.
But yeah, let us know if you've ever had recreational arguing or like a antagonistic bit gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because not everyone enjoys it.
Yep.
As long as you're laughing, that's what matters.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
That's like when I hit all those tiny dinos.
Yeah.
And I start a new job, and then I've picked a victim, and I hid tiny plastic dinosaurs all throughout his desk, and he kept finding them one by one, and he got really upset at it because he couldn't figure out like who was doing that. Wrong victim to choose. Did not take it really great.
Like, why would you get upset by that?
And then accused our other coworker, and they got in an argument, and I was just like, this is great. It's the greatest day of my life.
Me.
Greatest day of my life. And then I had to like come out and say like, oh, it was actually me.
That is the worst when you like do something to be a little joke, but then someone's like actually upset.
He actually found out because I posted it on the Weirds of Feather TikTok.
That's right.
And he was like, you. It's like, you gotta laugh. It's like kind of funny, right? And he's like, not funny, not okay.
I thought it was funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
We're just teaching people to have a sense of humor, you know, to
exactly.
lighten up.
Grow up.
Get a little whimsy.
It's healthcare.
Yeah.
No one's serious in healthcare.
Have a little laugh.
Right?
You need a little laugh.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's good practice for like being able to also disagree with people while remaining civil and like not getting really emotionally pulled into this thing. And not having our rejection sensitive dysphoria triggered by someone disagreeing with us. Like, I genuinely think it is good practice for that, where it is important to be able to concede your point, listen to someone else's argument, consider their perspective, consider what they're saying, you know, have a different mindset and not feel like you're being attacked because someone disagrees with you.
Yeah. It's also like growth. I think it shows a lot of maturity for you to, you know, you've been presented with different evidence and now you've conceded your point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a really important life skill to be able and willing to do that.
Change.
Yeah. Be able to change your mind and say, you know what? I haven't thought of it that way. You're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
You should get 3 points for bouncing baby boy.
Yeah.
Okay,
he's never going to let that go.
No, he's not. And neither are we.
Yeah.
So a few other people made the good point, the caveat for recreational arguing. Don't wipe it on me.
I didn't want that.
I don't want it either. You got a paper towel right there. Why are you turning to me?
I wanted you to get it.
With what? Unacceptable.
You did get it, though.
You did get it.
One shot.
Yeah, you only got one shot, one opportunity. Just wipe it on your pants.
Yeah, I know. That's why
we need adult bibs.
Okay.
Gross. All right, anyways.
The listeners are going to be like, what happened?
What is going on?
You'll just have to watch the video.
Yeah, just tune into the video to see this yourselves, because, yeah. So the caveat for recreational arguing, which I fully acknowledge, and this is a very big caveat and an important aspect. Someone said, is this only for people who came from like somewhat emotionally healthy households or who aren't stuck in survival mode.
Ooh.
Which, yes, I think that is part of it. Not like, obviously,
I mean,
we didn't come from perfect families and we had disagreements, but it was never
way worse.
Exactly. It's not like you're going to be beaten because you're disagreeing with dad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to turn into like a screaming, scary
You gotta know your
match.
audience.
Yes.
You can't do this with everybody.
No. And if you did grow up in a dysfunctional family or one where you were kind of stuck in that survival mode, stuck in fight or flight, or there was a lot of like yelling or fighting, I can totally see this being like very triggering to your nervous system. And I understand that and I respect it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say everyone who doesn't like recreational arguing is wrong. I think the people who don't get it and they're like, that's rude. I think you guys are wrong because you're not really understanding it. But I think the people who are like triggered by this or have their nervous system activated by hearing people shouting, even if it's not real anger, I think that's totally valid. And I can definitely see like that, oh yeah, I guess you do need to have somewhat regulated nervous system in order to like not genuinely get upset by this.
Yeah.
Right?
I completely agree.
Yes.
Also, can I make a comment?
Yeah.
You wore the perfect shirt today.
Oh, rage consumes me.
Yeah, I like that.
Shirt.
I like that shirt. That's a nice shirt.
I really like it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So peaceful.
Right? Isn't it nice? I like the contradiction of it.
Yes.
Rage consumes me.
It's a perfect shirt for today.
Thank you. Because rage does consume me.
Mm-hmm.
But like in a cutesy way.
But
In like a little frog way.
Like,
I'm just a little frog.
Yeah, you're just a little frog on a rock full of rage.
Yeah.
Full of rage.
Frog on a rock full of rage.
Yeah.
Put in my bio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Someone said in the comments, I'm convinced that recreational arguers are the ones who grew up in really healthy homes where disagreement was healthy and did not equate with discord or chaos.
That's fair.
Right?
That's fair.
My wife grew up in the latter and her nervous system goes into fight or flight when I try to recreationally argue with her. So totally fair.
Yep.
That is valid.
Yep. That's fair.
Someone else said, my boyfriend's family does this on their family vacation, argues intelligently for fun.
Ugh, not intelligently.
Well, I think that's what it is, where we're saying that you're arguing.
I want
like,
a dumb argument.
Well, it's somewhat, there has to be some level of like making a good point, you know? It can't just be like, you should take that because I say so,
I guess
you know?
Intelligently to me seems like, I just read this study from,
well, it's Scattergories.
Yeah.
You know? So ultimately, I don't think it's going to be quite like I was reading a piece in the New York Times. I think it's going to be more like, it's about semantics. Like it comes back to arguments about semantics.
Right.
Like even the ground cinnamon. Okay, would you count, like, are we talking about just the spice specifically, or could it be interpreted as like a spice product in the cabinet? Like it's very semantics based. So that requires some level of like intelligent argument, you know, if it's a word based argument. She said they argue intelligently for fun, and it took me way too long to realize it wasn't going to end the way it would with my family. Not fun. I can finally have fun with them now. And yeah, I do feel like, as silly as it sounds, that this could help with people being able to calm their nervous systems. Just because there are elevated, escalated voices doesn't mean you're in trouble. It doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. It doesn't mean anyone's even necessarily mad. And like maybe it can help you work. Either that or it'll just like trigger you and upset you. Right. But I think if you can work through it and you're okay with like facing that and working on some self-regulation skills, like I can totally see that helping. And she said, now I can have fun with them now that she like gets it.
Yeah.
That it's not going to end in dad hurting anyone or screaming at anyone.
Someone flipping the table.
Yeah. Yeah, where people are going to
punching a hole in the wall, or something like that.
You're still going to be able to like come back together and be friends afterwards, and it's not going to like have any big impact on your relationship. So I can see this, being kind of like, I don't know, like exposure therapy.
I was just about to say exposure therapy. Yeah,
in a safe, low stakes environment, right?
Right.
Yeah.
About a silly little topic.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got to be silly.
It's got to be a little silly. All right, someone else in the comments tried to say that all Capricorns would be against recreational arguing, which I thought was hilarious because you are a Capricorn.
I'm a Capricorn, and I love recreational arguing. You don't know your Capricorns. Get more Capricorn friends.
That's what I'm saying.
You seem really biased, and you seem like you don't have any Earth sign friends.
Yeah.
So figure it out.
They said the idea of arguing for the sake of arguing versus actually believing what you're saying, I can't think of anything worse as someone who is perhaps too solution-oriented. I don't think we ever said that we're arguing for the sake of arguing. We fully are behind what we're saying.
Yeah.
It's not just arguing for the sake of it.
Yes, I'm trying to prove a point. I feel like what's more Capricorn than that?
I know.
I am right.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you
and
why.
Everyone else and everybody against me is wrong.
Yeah.
That's a very Capricorn thing.
Yeah. So I wasn't really sure what they meant by that. I think sometimes people talk about their signs just as an arbitrary thing.
You don't know Capricorns.
No.
Don't come here with your astrology biases.
Yeah.
Try to talk to me about Capricorns and what they are or not. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah. This conversation isn't for you.
Yeah. Aries.
Not our Capricorns.
I don't know what they are.
I think they are a Capricorn.
Oh, are you a Capricorn?
Yes. But I think some people do that.
Must be a December Capricorn.
Yeah, that's so December Capricorn. I think sometimes people will speak on their signs from a personal point of view of like, well, I do this and I'm a Leo. And so therefore this is what Leos do. It's like, no. A personal account doesn't mean that represents
right. Also, it's not just
sign.
It's not just your sun sign.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's your moon sign?
What's your moon sign?
What's your rising?
Exactly. You'd have your big 3.
Someone else said that I had big Virgo energy and I was offended by that. But I was like, oh, I guess Virgo is my moon sign.
Oh.
So.
I forget what my big 3 are.
You should know them.
I should probably know them.
I'm a Leo sun, Virgo moon, Gemini rising. Tell me what that means. Interpret that
we gotta have,
as you will.
An astrology person on
Yeah,
here.
we should have someone to read our charts for us.
Yes. I don't know. There's a lot of Capricorn hate on the internet.
I don't see that, but I'm not a Capricorn.
I
so
am
I'm
a
not really
Capricorn.
in that space.
Yeah, my algorithm's like, how shitty are these people?
Well, try being a Leo. It's like attention-seeking whores, you know?
Yeah.
Always need to be in the center, spotlight.
And you hate that.
I hate attention.
You hate that.
I want attention, but don't look at me, you know?
Yeah.
But also give me attention, but like not like that. But yes, I want it, but no, not like that. But no, give it to me.
They're like,
so tell me what that means.
Capricorns only want money and we have no empathy and we sleep on rocks.
What?
And
you are a lizard on a rock.
I do just want to be in a terrarium.
And you are very detached from your emotions.
I am very detached.
So sometimes none of that sounded wrong.
It
didn't sound that wrong, actually.
Fuck you.
I think you're interpreting it like I see the root of what those traits are. I think you're interpreting it as negative traits. But like valuing money is not like that's a neutral thing. It doesn't mean that you're greedy.
First of all,
it means you like financial
value money. That's why money has value.
That's how we survive. Okay? So there's nothing wrong with valuing money.
We're trying to be fiscally responsible.
It doesn't mean you're like a greedy Jeff Bezos, you know? It just means you do like to have the financial security.
Yes.
So I don't think that's wrong.
No.
You are very like logic based. You aren't super emotions based.
I'm not emotions based. I'm all logic.
So that feels accurate.
Well, great.
I don't think there's anything wrong with those traits is what I'm saying.
I'm mad at this person who sent this in. See what you've done?
You've gotten us all worked up.
Now we're worked up.
Now she's mad.
Now we're upset. Now I've got emotions.
Yeah.
Those
all right,
don't
well, let's get to some other judgments.
Okay.
Well, first, the last thing I want to say about recreational arguing, I also believe on top of like coming from a somewhat emotionally healthy household, I also think siblings is an aspect of it. Like Ian is an only child, did not grow up with siblings. He does not do this at all. He's gotten a bit more into it, but really he does not recreational argue the way that we do. Yeah. I think having like a sibling who's close in age to you is part of it. Because you had to do a lot of arguing growing up. Recreational and real. Very real.
My sibling and I, we settled our differences in the ring, basically.
Physically, yes.
Physically.
You guys were physical.
We were physically, and then, you know, whoever won, the other one concedes, you know?
Yep.
This is just, instead of arguing, it was like fighting.
Well, you were similar in size for a long time.
We
so
were.
I think that helped as well.
I had much stronger legs than him.
So a lot of leg wrestling?
Yeah, I did a lot of kicking. I could destroy him.
Kicking's a good strategy.
But then he like hit puberty and I'm like, damn it. Damn it.
Lily and I, whenever we did physical fights, it was like very real. It wasn't fun and it wasn't recreational. It was like, you're going to push me down the stairs.
I remember the Haskell girls would scream at each other being like, that's my skirt and you can't wear it. And Nick and I would be like, good thing we're not like that.
Yeah.
And as we're like hitting each other and like throwing shoes at each other and giving each other bruises. Like,
that's
better. Not that.
Yeah, it's better in some ways, worse in others. Well, if you don't have sisters, you never had to do the clothing fight, and the clothing fight is the biggest fight. I got a lock put on my door because Lily, you kept taking my clothes.
Yeah. They had a lot of clothing fights. I remember that. Obviously, Nick and I never had that issue,
which is nice. Yeah. Lots of other fights, but not the clothing. The clothing fight is next level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like having a sibling is definitely an aspect of the recreational argument, because you grew up having to be able to like make your argument to your parents, having to like work stuff out, the two of you, even though you're not necessarily getting along. You got to figure it out. So I do feel like that is part of it.
Right.
All right, let's get on to some of these categories judgments.
Yes,
these are from the comments.
I'm ready.
I need you to weigh in on some of these. Because some of them, I don't know where I stand.
Okay.
Most of them I do. Others I don't. Okay.
I'm ready.
For this first one, I need you to think about it beyond this immediate answer. Because at first, I know what you're going to say.
Okay.
But then let's think about it a little more.
I'm ready.
All right. For something that goes in the refrigerator, ice cream.
So upset at this.
Right? Because obviously, no, it goes in the freezer.
It goes in the freezer.
What do you call the whole unit? Like if you were to buy it at Lowe's, would you say I bought a new refrigerator and freezer? Or would you say I bought a new refrigerator?
I bought a new refrigerator, but I would never be like, hey, I just bought some ice cream. Can you put this in the refrigerator for me? I would say, can you put this in the freezer? Because that's where it belongs. Also, you can get just standalone freezers. You would never get in standalone refrigerators. You would never put ice cream in a standalone refrigerator. You would always put it in the freezer.
But if it is the freezer and fridge together in one unit, could you not refer to that as the refrigerator as one appliance? The appliance name is refrigerator.
The appliance name is refrigerator. I understand the argument, but they are still wrong. Because they put it in a freezer. You don't put it in the refrigerator portion of the refrigerator. You put it in the freezer portion.
I said refrigerator to me implies like the whole unit, whereas fridge feels like just the fridge and freezer is freezer, you know? Like refrigerator, I think because that is the official name that they would call it at the store where you're buying the refrigerator unit. I can see the argument.
I agree. See the argument. I still think they're wrong. It goes in the freezer unless you want melted soup ice cream.
I agree. Ultimately, it does go in the freezer, and I don't know if I would count it. But
I wouldn't count it.
I can see the argument for it, though. And here's where the semantics come into place, you know?
But I would say no.
Because
my vote would be no.
All right.
Because you would never say to someone, can you put this in the refrigerator? You would say,
but if you did, they would know what that meant.
They would know to put it in the freezer, and they would say, hey, don't you mean freezer?
Or they would know what you meant, and they would put it in the refrigerator unit.
If Ian came home, he's like, can you put this in the refrigerator? You would say something.
Yes, I would. Say, You're right.
Freezer.
And maybe that's the test. So you mean the freezer? You're right. All right.
Do you
sold
want soup for ice cream?
Because then it's a
soup.
Ice
drink
cream
this
is
for
pre-soup.
Pre-soup, yeah.
Pre-soup. You're right. You know what? You convinced me with that.
Yeah.
I agree. I just like to be, and this is another time where it's appropriate to be a devil's advocate. And normally I hate devil's advocates because it's often just mostly men arguing for really horrific points. It's like, we don't need that point of view. We don't need you to argue of like why genocide could be okay or whatever.
Yeah.
Normally I'm very anti-devil's advocate. I think they're mostly just like being antagonistic about like just actual things.
Actual like ethical dilemmas.
Yes, where people have like real stakes in it. And because they don't have emotional attachment to it, it's like a fun, like hypothetical disagreement for them. Whereas for other people, it's like
genocide shouldn't be like a hypothetical disagreement. You know, it's
or
a
like
real
women's
thing.
rights or like queer rights. It's
exactly.
Like, for you, this is like a thought experiment. For other people, this is like their lives. So I normally hate devil's advocate unless it's in Scattergories. Low stakes. No one has any real emotional attachment to it. And everyone's on a level playing field.
Right.
That's what's annoying about real world debates about like politics or anything like that is like, it's a lot easier to be emotionally detached if you don't have any emotional attachment to this topic where it's not going to devastate your life or impact the people you love.
Right.
And I feel like Scattergories makes that an even playing field where no one for the most part, unless you have some like ground cinnamon trauma, no one is like genuinely having this like big emotional buy-in where they're actually going to like be devastated. So it's like okay to play devil's advocate in some circumstances. And this is one of them.
That's fair.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one. Is a worm a bug?
Yes.
You're saying yes.
I'm saying yes.
I said no. Bug is not an official term. It's not like an official biological term.
I think it's creepy crawly on the ground. It's a bug.
I think of bugs as having legs, but also would an inch...
legist.
It is legist. But then like someone said, would an inchworm be a bug? I'm like,
inchworms
I think they would.
Legs.
Yes.
But they are also worms.
You're right, but they are worms.
So I think you're just being legist.
I think I am being legist.
Yeah. Creepy crawlies in the ground, they're bugs.
And I guess like what would a worm be if not a bug?
Yes.
I don't know. Earthworm, I still don't think of it as a bug.
You don't think,
I wouldn't think of it as a bug.
It's
no.
a bug.
It's not a bug.
It's a bug. It's not like your classical bug, but it's in a bug category.
Is it?
It's like bug.
You just keep saying bug.
It's a bug.
It's a bug.
It's not. There's no way it's not a bug.
I think.
What would it be?
I don't know what it would be, but I think of bugs as having legs, and sure, that's legist. Call me legist then. And I think of them as having antennae to some point.
Okay.
Right?
You're thinking of insects.
I am thinking of insects.
Insects are bugs.
Not all bugs are insects.
Not all bugs are insects. I think you have bugs, and then you have insects.
Are slugs bugs?
Slugs are bugs.
Slugs are bugs?
Slugs are bugs. Snails are bugs. Those are bugs.
I think those should be a separate subcategory of bug. Of slithery,
So you're
slimy.
saying bug as the bigger category, and then
insects and slithers.
Arachnids and slithers.
Yeah. Arachnids, insects, slithers.
All bugs, though.
Yeah.
Unless you do like slithers, bugs, and then within bugs, arachnids, insects.
Yeah, see, I like don't think of those as like earthworms and snails and slugs. I don't think of them as
all
bugs.
Those are bugs.
I think of bugs as crawling.
Bugs crawl, but bugs can also slither.
Can they?
They're like creepy crawlies.
But that would be creepy crawlies, you know?
Yeah. But they're crawling. They're slithering, crawling.
They're slithering. They're not crawling.
They're
creeping.
Yeah, they're creeping.
They're just not crawling.
They're not crawling.
I'm still saying no, worm is not a bug.
I would say worm is a bug.
I think the dictionary agrees with me. And that's just how I feel in my heart.
Oh, you haven't looked it up, but you feel
I know
like
I did look it up. I'm saying the dictionary agrees with me, and that's also how I feel in my heart.
What did the dictionary say?
It said something about segments.
Look it up.
Cue the music.
Yeah. Prove me wrong.
See, isn't this fun that now we get to learn about bugs and worms and what is a bug, what is a worm? Bug.
What is worm and snail and slug?
What is worm?
What are those then, if not bug? What are they?
Good question.
That's my question. What is the category? Because if you can come up with another category that would include those three, then yeah, I will concede happily. But there is no other category. It is bug.
All right. According to Merriam-Webster, any of an order of insects that have sucking mouth parts, 4 wings thickened at the base, and incomplete metamorphosis, and are often economic pests. Those are also called true bugs. So
spiders are not bugs.
Is out.
Worms are not bugs. Spiders aren't bugs. What?
But then it says
they have to have sucking mouth parts.
All right, so that was definition A.
Mm-hmm.
B is any of various small arthropods, such as a beetle or spider, resembling the true bugs.
Arthropods.
Yeah.
They have to have like an exoskeleton.
Yeah, I guess so.
So according to definition number 1, ants, not bugs. And I think that's wrong. Ants are bugs.
Why do you say that?
Because they don't have sucking mouth parts.
Yeah, they do.
They have pincers.
Those wouldn't count as sucking mouth parts?
I don't think so. I think the butterflies.
Oh, yeah.
Would be a bug.
Thank you for that visual.
Yes. Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. Interesting.
And a moth.
Yeah, is a moth a bug?
But then would a beetle be a bug? Because do beetles have sucking? I don't know enough about
I don't really
beetles.
understand what sucking mouth parts is.
I don't like that definition. I like definition number 2.
All right, Wikipedia says a terrestrial arthropod animal, usually with at least 6 legs.
Okay.
So they're saying legs are a necessity.
Legs are a necessity, and they have to have an exoskeleton.
Okay, so the issue is we're talking true bugs, which is like more of an actual categorization. There's also bug as in the colloquialism for most mini beasts, including arthropods, gastropods, and worms. So
what's a gastropod?
I don't know. Like a gastropub?
We've got $30 burgers and a shitty IPA just for you.
Oh, it's snails, slugs, conches, limpets. So they would.
What's a limpet?
Like the little sea
The sea snail?
Like these little guys that have like the little shell. Like a barnacle.
Oh.
Kind of. A limpet. Like a little type of shell.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're counting. So I guess in terms of the colloquialism, yes, worms are bugs.
Worms
but
are bugs.
In terms of like the more biological, scientific term, worms are not bugs. They're not true bugs.
I think we've learned that bugs is a flawed word and it's not specific enough.
Yeah, and that is ultimately what this comes back to, semantic-based debates. And isn't that fun? We just learned about bugs.
Now we learned about bugs.
Now we know.
I still think a worm is a bug.
Based on that definition, I will say, okay, worms can be bugs.
In the right setting.
In the right setting, worms can be bugs. If
I'm
we're talking colloquialism, right? See, I'm willing to concede. Willing to hear your points.
If we're talking strictly scientifical definitions, then I will concede and say that a worm is not a bug.
Thank you. And that's kind of where my mind went.
Would you give him the point?
Depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling feisty, I'm saying
are
no.
They winning?
Yeah, if they're winning.
Are they winning?
Hard,
no.
If it's Christopher, no, not giving him the point.
Of course not.
Yeah. If it's like Ian, throw him a bone.
Yeah.
Give him the point.
Probably wasn't even the right letter.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, we're not on W, we're on M. Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, here's another one.
Okay.
Which I still don't know where I stand. I'm leaning towards no, but you could make an argument for it.
Okay.
Fictional characters. Someone's dad just made up a name, a random name.
Ooh.
Is that not a fictional character?
Does he have a backstory?
That's the question.
That's the question. I need a story. Because if you make up a fictional character on the spot, I need to know the story behind the character. If you can make it up, then you get the point.
Otherwise, it's just a fictional name.
Yes.
Character.
Yes.
It needs to have character traits.
Yes.
Backstory.
You get to tell me what they look
Description.
like?
Yeah.
Description?
Yep.
I want to know one thing that they like. Their favorite color, their favorite meal, something.
Yeah. Something about their family.
That's what if they can make it up on the spot without a struggle, then they get the point. And that's fine. If not, then no.
Then no. Okay. So we're in agreement.
Yeah.
We're not even arguing
we're
as
not
much
even
as I thought we would.
Not as much.
All right.
We'll get there.
Is Indiana Jones an athlete? I'm saying no. He's athletic.
Fictional character, yeah.
Yes.
No,
he's athletic, but he's not an athlete.
Athletes have to compete in something.
Yes.
What's he competing in?
Stealing the treasure?
Stealing treasures and putting them in a white person's museum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say
I
no.
love the Indiana Jones movies. I know they're problematic, but God, they're great. They're fun.
Yeah, I'm saying no to Indiana Jones.
No, he's not an athlete.
Yeah.
Athletic does not mean athlete. There's a difference.
Yep. I agree.
Okay.
All right. We already talked about kitty pie, term of agreement or term of endearment. I'll take it. Kitty pie. It sounds creepy.
It's so creepy.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
It's not a good one.
No, I would say, have you ever called me kitty pie before?
She calls her husband kitty pie now.
But before, no.
So is that what you're going off of, where it has to have been used before?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Someone else said, and we're not even going to debate this because, like, what are you even talking about? Someone said that their mom tried to say Orange Julius gift card as a term of endearment. Like, what are you talking about? I don't think you know
Mom's
what
drunk.
that means.
It's
Mom
what it-
is
Mom
drunk.
is drunk. Mom,
Yeah.
go to bed.
Mom's just rifling through her purse. What do I have in here? Orange Julius
She's
gift card.
also like on the wrong letter. It's probably M again. Yeah. Mom's drunk. Mom, go home.
Yeah. Tuck mom in.
Yeah.
All right. Couple more.
Okay.
Reasons why you were late. First of all, we have had an infamous argument about this within our friend group for at least 15 to 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Because Gab tried to say, for reasons why you were late, pond, fell in. I made a TikTok about this saying, surely no one will ever agree with Gab.
because it's garbage.
You can't just break up the middle of a sentence.
Yes, that's
like
not
that. You can't say pond, fell in. If it were F and you said fell in pond,
Yes.
I would accept that. Pond, fell in, unacceptable.
I think I don't even know if I would accept that because
I would
that's not
take
like
fell
a
in pond.
classic.
But it doesn't say classic. It just says reasons why you were late. There are lots of reasons why you were late. I think as long as it has some legitimacy of, okay, I can see how that would be something that could happen that would reasonably make you late.
Mm-hmm.
I would accept it. You can't break up the middle of a sentence.
You can't
do
it.
pond, fell in.
No, that's illegal.
And that's what I thought would be like 100% on our side.
Mhm.
Someone said that they would accept pond, fell in.
Yeah.
Gab better not hear this episode.
Is it the same person who wrote Orange Julius gift card?
No, that was someone else. And she said she didn't agree. She had fought with her mom about that.
Yeah.
Not even sure how that was an argument. But this guy also said he would give the points for, my mom made me move the Mustang. I said no, because I think starting it with my feels like bullshit, kind of like an arbitrary adjective where you're just kind of adding it. Like you could say, my car broke down.
Yeah.
My shoes were broken.
Yeah.
You know, like I think
if you said mom made me move the Mustang, then I would accept that.
I agree.
Or I don't know if I would accept. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know where I stand on that one.
I don't like that.
I'm certainly not giving him 7 points for my mom made me move the Mustang with all those M's.
Yeah. He can have 1 point.
For mom.
For mom.
Yeah, reasons why you're late. Mom. Yeah. Someone also said that they would just accept pond for reasons why you were late.
No.
Well, what about the pond? It needs to have an action tied to it. A pond is not a reason why you were late.
Did you walk by it? Did you fall in it?
Yeah.
What happened?
Pond, fell in?
No.
Yeah.
That person, get out of here.
I know.
You just accept pond. You're accepting too much. You're bad at this.
Yes, you are bad at this. I'm sorry to say.
This is why you've lost every game, is because you accept this stuff. You can't accept everything.
Yeah, you can't just say okay. You can't take everything in good faith.
Yeah.
You gotta argue back.
That's not.
When Gab put down pond, fell in, she knew she wasn't getting the point. She knew she was being cheeky. She went for it anyways. I respect it.
Yeah.
She argued to the death for pond, fell in.
That's what she does.
Yes. Gab is the ultimate recreational arguer.
Yes.
It sometimes turns into real arguing.
Yeah,
is
you
the
gotta
problem.
watch with her. Because, there's a fine
She'll
line.
get mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got mad dad energy.
She does. It really comes out in these situations.
It really does.
Yeah. But
and she'll hold a grudge, too.
Yeah.
You know?
But imagine her playing with this person. They'd be letting her get everything by them.
Yeah, it would be the worst game ever because she'd win immediately.
Exactly. You're just gonna like take anything, and she would be arguing against their points.
Yes,
and I'm sure they would be conceding.
I guess I
won't get the point.
You gotta practice. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta stick up for yourself. Don't let everything slide.
Yep.
You gotta practice.
Work on your debate skills.
Yeah.
Think like, how would I refute this?
Yeah.
And then do it. It's good practice. Just like be able to have those skills. Or if you want to play a really gentle game where no one pushes back on anyone, find a nice group of, I don't know, librarians. Kids at the library.
Or just a different game.
Although a librarian also left a comment on our Scattergories TikTok where she said that she had to teach a group of kids how to play this game just so she could have people to recreational argue with. So actually, librarians might be the best at recreational arguing.
Oh, because they have so much knowledge.
They've got so much knowledge.
So many words in their head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about competitive thinking.
Yeah.
So never mind. I take it back, librarians.
Maybe...
You belong in this game.
Yeah.
All right. So that is our episode on recreational arguing.
That was great. Lovely.
Hope you learned something.
I hope you're ready to argue. I'm taking polls.
Yeah. Yeah, tell us your biggest Scattergories arguments if you got one that like lives down in history and no one can agree with it, or you had to stop dad from playing anymore because he won't stop arguing about this one thing.
Right.
Or
what's something that like lives, like you still argue about to this day?
Yeah, your Scattergories lore. Yeah.
Have you ever had like a recreational argument gone wrong?
Yes.
let us know.
Let us know.
We'd love to hear about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
weirdsofeather@gmail.com.
Yeah.
You can follow us on TikTok. We are on TikTok more now, finally,
We're
officially.
on Reddit.
Yep. Join some convos on Reddit. You can follow us on Instagram. You can DM us there. Catch Kristen's polls every week.
Yeah, we're taking polls on all of these because I want to know.
Yeah. We're going to get answers.
We're going to get answers and we're going to argue about those answers.
Yeah.
So I hope you're ready.
Yep. Come check us out on Patreon. We're doing fun bonus content over there.
Woo, woo.
Maybe I got to pull some stuff from our discussions. Like we did a half an hour of a warm-up question the other day. I'm like, I'm just going to pull that for bonus content.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Perfect.
We'll have some bonus stuff over there and some more discussions, and come check us out.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready for our bod?
Oh, you have a bod prepared.
I have a bod.
I'm ready.
Okay. Nice bod.
I want your bod.
All right. This bod is from our friend and listener, Jamie. Thank you,
Ooh.
Jamie. She's sent us so many good ones on
Yeah,
TikTok.
she has. She's the
We've got
bod
a full
extraordinaire.
stock. I know.
Yeah, I know.
I just go there. This is the Aniga.
Ooh,
We haven't done this one, right?
I don't think so.
Anhinga.
I don't know what we've done.
Hinga. Aniga. It's also known as the snake bird.
Ooh.
And they're called snake birds because they look like snakes when they pop their head out of the water. They have these like really, really long, skinny
cool.
necks. Yeah, very cool looking. They used to be considered satanic, and the name Aniga means devil bird and originates from Brazil. So that's pretty metal.
That is pretty cool.
Right?
Why were they considered satanic?
I don't know.
Just because of the way they are?
I think just because of the way they are.
Okay.
Maybe because they look like snakes. I don't know. Snakes get a bad rap.
That's fair.
And despite their habitat primarily being around wetlands and fresh water, their wings are not waterproof, and they have to dry their wings by the sun. Otherwise, they cannot fly.
Oh.
Which seems like a bad design.
Yeah, there's another bird like that.
Yeah.
Condor.
Is that it?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
No way to know.
Someone will correct us.
All right. Do you want to play? Can you play the sound on your computer, actually?
Yeah.
You got it.
Okay. All right. I wish I could just practice, but I know that's the whole point.
No,
is that we
this
don't
is the practice. Yeah.
We don't practice.
We cannot emphasize enough how much we do not practice this ahead of time. You got it.
This is so much harder when you don't hear it first and you don't practice.
Yeah.
And I know I just said that.
Yeah. You got the mouth movement.
You're so much better. How come I sound like an old chitty chitty bang bang, like an old timey car?
Yeah, you do. You're like,
yeah, that's exactly. Okay. All right.
I think it's more like. Yeah, I think that was closer. I think we got it.
We nailed it.
We got it.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of snake birds over here.
Yeah. Devil's snake bird.
Yeah. It's us. That's a hard one. These are hard.
Thanks, Jamie.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Jamie.
Yeah.
Nice, easy one. All right. Okay, see ya.
Bye.